I'm Bob Maves. I'm the coach of the USA National Poomsae team, and I wanted to speak to you shortly or briefly before the videos that you're about to view. The competition Poomsae program has actually spawned a new generation of athlete that is required to do all the things that the sparring athletes have been able to do: force generation, stability, have balance with power. And up till now, our forms competitors have pretty much been wrapped up in a paradigm that talks about forms competition rather than realizing that the athletic ability has to come with a paradigm shift. You are now a performance artist in a very dynamic process. Not only the technical aspects of the form are important, which they are, because that's what the judges are going to see, but that cannot be displayed properly without some sort of strength base that allows you to exercise your technique at full power and stability. Strength and aesthetics have become a watchword for Poomsae. Many of you have not had an opportunity to see either the competitors in Europe or attend the World Championships, where this new genre has been displayed at an unbelievable level. Part of our problem as a U.S. team has been that we are still caught up in a paradigm that we can just do forms a couple times a week and then be able to be competitive because maybe we have a high side kick and we're pretty. When in fact that when you look at this scoring and the judging that goes on with so many points being allowed for accuracy, so many points being allowed for presentation, that all of a sudden you realize that force production, stability and power, core strength is going to be extremely important to be able to win at a national or international level. Aesthetics, or presentation, where force is generally graded, actually comes into play when you are tied. So these issues become a lot more pertinent, and the technical aspect of where you would put your hands to protect yourself from a 10-point or a tenth of a deduction, or a kick that would deduct half a point from your score, at that point becomes less important. And it's not to diminish the fact that the technical aspects are important, but those will not alone carry you to the finish line, because eventually when we as a country catch up on our technical programs, everybody's going to come to the table with the technical skills and the requirements, because there really is only one standard. So what's going to separate us is our ability to be athletic and generate force. Program design is going to matter, and many of you that don't have strength coaches or people assisting you with your strength training, see your instructors, talk to the people you work with, and get involved in some kind of program. Those of you who already are in strength programs, I commend you, because basically this is going to be a requirement to actually win at the high level. Yeah, eventually at nationals, you will see competitors that are very powerful and they'll be winning, and the people who are not as powerful unfortunately won't. So the sequencing, the rest periods, the neurological adaptation that comes with certain rest and time in between, exercises that are dealing with large muscle groups and big joints and multi-joint exercises are going to be things that you're going to be needed to be required in. So those forms competitors who are not in a squat rack or using a deadlift or using some kind of pressing program are really going to be at a disadvantage ultimately than people who are. Aerobic fitness is another area. You know, I can't tell you the number of people I watch do forms, and at the end of a form they're out of breath. Either they're holding their breath, or they realize that this explosive blocking, punching and kicking technique, these techniques that they're trying to exercise, are extremely anaerobic in nature and are using explosive fuels and triggering high twitch fiber, but because they're not training in that particular way, are unable to adapt through the form and become shaky, or are able to generate less force than they really need to. So in terms of your aerobic conditioning, I suggest you get into a high-intensity interval training and do something that deals very sport-specifically with the anaerobic loads that you're going to be incurring. When you seek help, there are many organizations out there. The gold standards have been the big alphabet soup groups like NASM, NSCA, people like that who have done yeoman work and exemplary work on many levels to bring strength training up to current and more modern standards. But there are individual coaches out there that have websites, people like Paul Check, Charles Poliquin, Mike Boyle, Mark Verstegen of API. They also have newsletters and ways that you can seek information. There is absolutely, with the internet being available to all of us, there is just really no reason why we can't seek out the latest information and be able to become a lot more powerful in our application of our forms programs. The problem that occurs when you have people who are doing things improperly, training improperly, not letting their central nervous system relax, or even strength training improperly, those people that come with lots of enthusiasm unfortunately will get some result that is positive. It won't be as much as they possibly could get, and it won't be very much in relationship to their competitor. The other side of that, flip side of that coin, is that you could actually have a very good program and come with less enthusiasm or sporadic application and also not do very well. Good program, designed properly, implemented timely, done with enthusiasm and consistency is the only way that you're going to win. On the videos, so we get back to those that you're about to look at. Those of you with programs and periodization tables and everything that's already working for you, this is not meant to replace any of that. In fact, I'm hoping that some of these techniques you'll be allowed to insert in those programs and actually enhance your ability to design a much more elaborate program. Those of you who do not have programs available, they should serve as a base. They're numbered. They're numbered so that you shouldn't be confused. This is the sequence that I'd like you to use in there. I think there's about all I can cover at this juncture. Remember, it's about training smarter, not necessarily harder. Good luck.